back. The kids are back. The boys are back. It's better than ever.
Boys
Episode
back in
10
town.
of the Sideline podcast powered by Anchor. It's Joe, it's Blake, it's Q, and I'm Jack. We were gone, fellas, but we're back.
Gone too long.
Like all good things, they must return. We're back. Okay.
All good things must come.
That's got to be right. That's got to be right. Make sure to check out our website, www.sidelinemediaprod.com, for all things Sideline Media Productions, including the links to our socials, merch, everything. So check that out.
I'm so glad to be back.
I'm not wasting any time today.
Absolutely.
We got a lot to talk about.
Glad to be back.
We got a lot to talk about. We're not wasting any time.
Violated.
So we're jumping
on
right.
live TV.
We're jumping right into it with the very, very small college football playoff recap. Basically, we had two of the best semifinal matchups ever, and then we had probably the worst championship game ever.
Hey, give him hell.
So, the Ohio State-Georgia game was the title game. Right?
Yeah.
We're all in consensus there.
That's the only thing I had written down about it.
If Ohio State played TCU, do you think it would be as bad as Georgia and TCU?
They would beat them by
It would probably
21.
be like 42-21.
It's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell, but yeah. Is Georgia the new Bama?
I think they need one more.
Well, that's my next question. Can they win one more? Can they three-peat?
Dude, their schedule next year.
Their schedule
so
next year is
bad.
light. It's really light. They have a very easy schedule.
Well, they're SEC.
They're going to be
East,
number
right?
131 in strength of schedule.
They're SEC East, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, SEC East isn't good. They have Vandy.
I guess it all depends on if
Tennessee.
Brock Vandegrift is good or not.
Tennessee is going to be their biggest. Florida maybe, but yeah. They have all the tools to do it next year.
Their schedule is
no one on their
very-
coaching staff left either, which
No.
is odd. So, usually with
a team like that,
Alabama
yeah.
after a championship,
Somebody always gets a head coaching go.
Yeah.
Like Lanning last year.
Yeah. Almost everyone's coming back. They have Brock. Who's their
Purdy?
Vandegrift.
Who's their new quarterback? Their five-star.
Brock Vandegrift.
No, it wasn't him. Anywho, it wouldn't surprise me if they went back-to-back.
It's obviously way too early to tell, but
They're the favorites, though, obviously.
that's the fun part.
I do have something to say. I don't think I agree that was the worst championship game we've had in the playoff era, but
What? What was?
no, I said I agree that it was the.
Oh, I thought you said wasn't. My bad.
No, I agree that it was, but everyone that's saying, y'all didn't say it, but everybody that's out there saying that that championship was bad for college football, I don't think it was.
Beck. Carson Beck is the next in line.
Because TCU at the start of the season was unranked. They had no reason to be there, and they made it to the
That's why
championship,
college
so-
sports are so much more fun. I think that's
So-
why the NBA and NFL are much more fun this year because it was a lot less predictable.
Right. So the people out there that are saying Georgia and TCU was a terrible game and it ruined college football, no, it didn't.
If anything, it helped it
terrible
because.
take.
If anything, it hurt the view of the Big 12 and smaller schools.
It showed,
but the fact that they can get there.
teams like TCU can make it.
Yeah, I agree.
My favorite part of that game was waiting to the third quarter to end to watch the Ant-Man trailer. I don't know
My
if
favorite part of that game was
Whopper.
All right, so I don't want to talk about that anymore.
Yeah.
Way too early playoff predictions in champion. I'll give you my 4. Bama, Ohio State, USC, and Georgia. Bama wins it again and beats Ohio State in the title. They're quick and easy.
I like it.
It's my way too early prediction.
Bama, OU, Ohio State, Georgia.
Who wins?
OU.
Over who?
Bama.
All right, Blake, what do you got?
I have UGA, Ohio State, Florida State, and Bama.
I hate Florida State's thing. I can't.
I don't think they're actually gonna make it. I'm just
People
going
are acting
based
like
off
Jordan
the hype
Travis
right
is
now.
Michael
Yeah.
Vick. I can't stand it.
Yeah, you think they'd
In
be
my-
able to win more games if he was that good?
In my championship, I have Ohio State winning it over Bama.
All right, Joe,
To be fair, I thought you meant
NFL
for the
playoffs?
NFL.
Yeah.
So, I definitely put Georgia and Ohio State in there. Am I too close to the mic right now?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Killing it.
You know what? Who did y'all have again?
Bama, Ohio State, USC, and Georgia.
I had OU, Bama, Ohio State, Georgia.
Okay, I'm going to go Georgia, Bama, Ohio State. And since y'all were hating, I'm going to go Florida State.
That's fair.
Actually, instead of Ohio State, I'm going to go USC.
I think USC is going to be good.
Yeah.
I want an OU USC 2-4 matchup.
That would be sick.
2 and 4.
Or 2 and 3.
All right, yeah. All right, well, there's your way too early predictions. We don't really care. College football's over. But we do care about the recruiting, transfer portal stuff. So who wants to kick us off? You look ready to go, Blake.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
There's a shit ton, to put it mildly, shit ton of people in the transfer portal. Didn't the early, time close today or yesterday? Something like that?
What's today?
19th.
Closed at 18th, so yesterday.
Yesterday. According to 247, Florida State has the number 1 portal class. And surprisingly, I think they only had 9 incoming transfers.
But they were all 4s and 5s.
Arizona State has 25 incoming transfers. That
Party
leads the
school.
Country.
Party school.
Party
And then
school.
Colorado's at number 2 with 23.
Who's their head coach? Isn't it a big time name?
Who?
Arizona State.
Wasn't it Herm Edwards?
Yeah, he got fired.
Yeah.
Do they have one? Kenny Dillingham?
Casey.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't recognize
Kenny
that.
Dillingham. Who is Kenny Dillingham?
Okay, yeah, you were saying, Blake?
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
And then recruiting-wise, Bama and Georgia, as everyone could probably expect, is number 1 and 2 in 247's composite rankings.
Followed by Texas, Miami, and Oklahoma.
He was offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for the Oregon Ducks. He is now the youngest coach at 32 in FBS. At a Power 5 school. 32. Interesting. Go Sun Devils.
I saw something the other day. I talked to you guys about this actually. Arizona State and Colorado were supposed to play week 0.
Yep.
And it got leaked, and then now they're having to cancel it. So we almost got the
That would
transfer
have been a
bowl.
fun game.
We still do kind of get the transfer bowl, Colorado and
TCU, yeah. Colorado's going to get absolutely smacked. Their schedule's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Deion Sanders is going to have to prove a lot.
If they go 8-4, is that a good season?
That's a great season.
Yeah.
If they go 7-7, that's a great season.
Yeah.
Bowl for your first year is great.
He does not agree. No, I saw that look.
No, 7-7 screwed me up. Can't really be 7-7.
7-8.
You can't be 7-8 either.
7-6, 6-7.
6-7. I don't care.
Okay.
If you're
Yeah.
bowl eligible, it's a great year as a first year head
Okay.
coach.
Hey, I'm with you.
Thank you.
I don't really.
Unless you're Oklahoma State.
Yeah, it's
No,
fair.
then yeah.
But
Hey,
yeah.
Deion, Oklahoma, beautiful.
Hey,
It's not beautiful. But if you want to have some fun,
Coach Prime to Stillwater.
Colorado is actually much more fun than here, probably.
Spencer Sanders, Ole Miss,
Hotty toddy.
transferred.
That's so.
I told you that was
such
gonna
a
happen.
dumb
So
move.
Remember when I said that and you didn't believe me?
Because it's stupid. I mean, I didn't realize he was that dumb. Sorry, Mama. I didn't mean to call him dumb. She doesn't like when I call people dumb. It's just not smart.
It's not. I mean, otherwise,
Bad career
still
decision.
pretty much just waiting for a lot of the transfer portal guys.
I mean, there's still
I would
decent
not be
amount,
surprised
4
if
stars and stuff.
Jackson Dart is still the starter.
Yeah,
next
I
year.
wouldn't either.
Or Will Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting.
Spencer Sanders is about to be QB3.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting situation.
First
down
time
there.
ever in his career. Ever.
But yeah, college football is kind of wrapped up, so
Yeah.
we'll keep up with the big transfers and recruiting.
That means it's almost draft time though.
It does mean
Oh,
that.
I love draft time.
We'll definitely do a mock draft next week.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
Absolutely. But
that's Q's
first,
favorite time of year.
first, Blake's gonna tell us about our sponsor, Anchor.
Hey, I know you're sitting there thinking to yourself, why don't I start a podcast? If you're thinking that, use Anchor by Spotify. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Has everything you need all in one place. You can record and edit your podcast straight on your phone or computer. You can distribute that podcast onto platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you want it to go. Has everything you need right in one place, and best part, it's completely free. So go download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Let's go to Jack, back on the sideline.
Thank you, Blake.
Hey.
I appreciate that, Blake.
Now
Your
it's
accent
time.
soothed me.
Now it's time.
Old Red is now single, ladies. So if there are any young single women or older single women, Old Red is for the prowl and ready for the taking.
He don't discriminate. All right. Wild card.
Unless you're under the age.
Wild
asset.
wild card round. Let's start. The 49ers had a pretty
Abby,
good
if you're
beat
listening,
down
go
on the
to hell.
Sea Turkeys 41-23. Brock Purdy went 18 for 30, 332 yards, 3 touchdowns. Guys, is Brock Purdy the future?
Brock is
It's-
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, he looks really good, and he hasn't lost. 49ers are hot, so I don't see why they would change up anything if they... to answer the question, I think he is the future. He looks really good. It's weird to say it as the last pick in the draft.
It
but,
is
like,
weird.
He looks damn good.
So let's think here. Let's say the Niners beat the Cowgirls this week.
It'll happen.
When they beat the Cowgirls this week, let's say they win. If they go to the Super Bowl, win it, or if they go to the Super Bowl at all, what do they do with Jimmy G and Trey Lance?
Re-sign Jimmy G, trade Trey Lance.
Yeah, get high draft capital. For him while they can.
I think Jimmy G is a good. I mean, he could start, but
I think
He did
Purdy's
get back
earned
up.
it. I think Purdy's earned
no.
it.
I'm saying, but you need to re-sign Jimmy G.
Yeah, I agree. That was definitely trade Lance. I think that's a. I mean, at that point, I don't care what you do with Jimmy G, but you got to get rid of Trey Lance.
Yeah.
What team? Like almost every team has a quarterback.
Panthers.
Commanders,
I mean, depending on how the draft goes, I could see it.
Panthers are
Jets.
a quarterback.
Jets, Panthers.
I could see the Panthers trying to get
Commanders.
the Bears pick though at 1.
Texans.
I could see the
Texans
Bears.
will get.
Panthers might try and get the
Yeah,
Bears pick at
yeah.
1, or the
Tampa Bay,
Panthers.
maybe.
Panthers could. Hold, I think the Panthers might hold out for like Drake May next year. They're either gonna trade. I think they might trade with the Bears this year, or they're gonna hold out a year and wait for like Drake May and trade then. But
So
who knows?
would you be okay trading a second-round pick for Trey Lance, just to see how he goes?
for the
As
Panthers? No, absolutely not.
What's his value then? Third?
You can't judge his value. He's played
It-
like one game.
You have to judge his value based on where he was picked and his potential.
Yeah, I would see.
I think it's too much of a risk for a team like the Panthers.
You
'cause-
wouldn't do it second. I know you wouldn't do it first. I think a
No,
second
absolutely
or a third.
not. Third, I think third would be my highest pick I would give. I would give up
Yeah,
two
but would the
fours,
49ers
some
give
shit
up
like that.
on Trey Lance that quick
Yes.
for just a third-round
Yeah,
pick?
if Brock Purdy proves that he can lead this team to even a divisional or a Super Bowl, I 100% yes.
I mean, look at Zach Wilson. It was pretty easy to move on with that.
49ers
So it's like-
are in the best possible thing.
They have the best roster.
They have the best roster. They have everyone locked up. They still have Nick Bosa under rookie. They have Brock under rookie contract. They have Brandon Ayuk under rookie. And CMC still on that deal from Panthers that they don't have to reconstruct till a few years. I mean, their offensive line is great. Their defensive line is the best in football. Their defense, period, is the best in football.
Their championship window
Period.
is probably the widest in the NFL right now.
I agree.
Yeah, so.
I mean, you could say that for any team.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's enough with the Niners. Let's talk Seahawks just for a second. They want to sign Gio to a long-term deal. Do you think that's the right move?
How old is he? 32?
31, I believe. 31 to 32, maybe 30.
I like.
What's a long?
See,
32.
yeah, that's-
32.
Like long term in the NFL and then long term in like.
Long term is in the sense. Long term is in the sense they
Like
want him
5,
back
6
for
years.
the next few years to start at quarterback. Is that the right move for Seattle? Like,
So
all right, let me rephrase it. Based on what you saw from Geno this year, do you think he deserves to be their starter for the next few years? Like they can win, they can compete for Super Bowl with him. Because that's what they want to do though. They want to win a Super Bowl. Do you think they could do it with
I
Geno?
think he's just a serviceable quarterback.
I think he played really well. He showed
as
so
bad
much
as-
improvement, but I still don't trust him.
Okay, I'll give you this.
The roster isn't ready to compete for a Super
This is
Bowl.
what he's
They're not
projected.
going to pay
He's-
him that much money. So.
This is what he's projected. 4-year, $150 million. Do you think he's worth that?
See, I like Geno. Like
Geno's hard to hate.
you can't hate him, but I just don't know if that'd be the smartest move.
Yeah,
That's
going
how I
with
am.
him long term.
There was some inconsistencies at points of the season.
I mean, I got to give it to him.
He played really well. It's
They
not
were
that he was a
projected to get
bad
the number
year.
1 pick at the start of the season.
For context, he'd be tied for 10th with Kirk Cousins as the 10th highest paid quarterback. I'd say Geno Smith and Kirk Cousins are basically the same.
I would agree. But as you can see with Kirk Cousins,
Do you think they're top 10 quarterbacks, though?
Geno Smith this year was a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, he
Yes,
was.
this year, yes.
I can't say that because I don't know what the roster's going to look like.
To be fair, Russell Wilson's on that list.
Well, yeah, but I think you pay him. I don't know if you go I think you go team option 2 year plus 2.
that's not bad.
I like that.
What do you think the biggest problem with the Seahawks
But the
is?
thing is, Deshaun
too
Watson
young.
messed this whole thing up because he's going to want it all guaranteed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like Joe just said, you said the Seahawks were too young. That's their biggest problem.
Yeah, I mean, their offense is more so older than their defense, but I mean, I feel their defense is going to be good in a couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
They've had great drafts. Last year, amazing draft.
Tariq.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant, too.
Jordan
Boy,
Brooks is
Mafe.
good. Yeah,
A lot of potential.
It's their offensive line.
Their run
Yeah,
defense
definitely.
sucks,
Yeah.
though. Their
Yeah.
run defense was terrible.
Jordan Brooks is the only thing holding their run defense.
Yeah. They were like,
They were 29th, and their offense
they were like
was, their
top 10
offen-
in pass
Yeah,
defense,
their offense
too.
was like 4th.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seahawks fans should be excited. I mean, there's no wrong thing I don't think they could do. I mean, you give Geno Smith the money, you can't be mad because of
Yeah.
what he did.
Pete Carroll's still a great coach.
He might die as a Seahawks coach.
Yeah.
All right.
Him and Belichick.
Enough with the Niners, Seahawks. I know this is going to be fun. These next 2 games are going to be fun.
I need this rant, Joe.
So the Chargers choke a 27-point lead to the Jaguars. They lose 31-30.
Someone wants some money on that here on this panel.
So,
I've bet money on
Joe, do the Chargers? I'll just ask both questions. Do the Chargers need to reset their coaching staff, and what would be your ideal offseason for the Chargers? Because I know you're the future GM. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Twitter. As a Chargers fan, I personally want to clear house with the coaches. I'm pretty sure all Chargers fans do. But however, I'm not against keeping Staley as long as he clears house with every other coach
Yeah.
that is there. I mean,
Did he bring in Lombardi?
yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, he's gone. So.
actually, no. Lombardi may have been.
I thought he was with Lynn. He might.
Yeah, Lombardi may have been there the year before. But yeah, we fired Lombardi and Shane Day, who were holding Herbert back drastically. So, but the ideal offseason, in my opinion, would be, I told y'all this earlier in the week, D'Amico Ryan would make this team just that much better. I mean, he has, like, it's already one of the best rosters in the league, up and down. It's just what held us back, obviously, was just poor coaching and game management all season long.
Happens. The Chargers are the team too. I've never seen a team lose so many close games as the Chargers.
Like, every game is close.
Yeah.
What'd you say before halftime of that one? Or
This
maybe-
is
Yeah,
a
Joe and I
Chargers
were watching
game
right
to
after
lose.
they scored the TD
This
to make
is a
it
Chargers game
27-7.
to lose.
Yeah, Joe and I, you and I were sitting there, and you looked at me and you're like, dude.
Yes, that was a Chargers game to lose, and
Yeah.
me and Jack did say that, and that is why he placed $20 to win $200.
Vikings fired
a
their
live bet.
defensive coordinator.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Okay, what was the next question?
What's your ideal offseason for the Chargers? Like, what do you want them to do besides clear house? Do you have any big things?
Honestly, like, there's no position besides.
Like, their roster's pretty good.
Yeah, besides like the O line, obviously. I mean, every team could use improvements on the line.
Yeah.
But, we need a run stopper.
That
honestly.
is.
I thought Sebastian Joseph Day would be the answer because he was
Khalil Mack.
He was really good last year for the Rams, but oh my God, like he just did not look the same.
I've never seen so many tipped balls in that game.
Oh, dude.
There were so
Every other pass was tipped. Swear to God.
Yeah, that was a interesting game. The Chargers too. I mean, injuries are crazy for them. The injuries were terrible all year.
I think if you have Mike Evans in that game, it's a whole different game.
Mike Evans, he switched teams.
Or Mike Williams. Sorry.
Hey, Mike Evans, come to the Chargers game.
Probably got hurt, honestly. Is Trevor Lawrence a top 10 quarterback?
No.
Not
You
yet.
don't think he is?
Top 15.
I was gonna put top 15, but that seemed too easy.
He's not.
12 to 13.
He's not top 10 yet.
He had a good season this year.
He did have a
really
good
good
season.
Last year, underrated rookie season. Not a lot of people talked about it. I would put him at 10, if not 10.
I mean,
right next.
The
to him.
improvement this year, like throughout the season, was crazy for him.
And I mean, what he did in the playoff game, like, come on, 4 interceptions. You know, I'm about to cry thinking about it, but
That was an interesting game.
That game was absurd.
Another interesting game. The Bills barely beat the Dolphins.
first question.
I don't even want to.
Man,
Jack Jones, do the Finns win with Tua at QB?
Yes, that's all.
Yep.
I mean,
Just from
we lost
watching-
by 3 to the
Yeah.
damn Super Bowl favorites with the third-string quarterback who sucks ass.
The
So
Bills are not the Super Bowl favorite.
no, they're not. They suck. The Bills are awful. They're frauds. They're gonna lose to the Bengals this weekend.
Yes, sir.
And then when you get a delay of game on 4th and 1, when your season's on the goddamn line, it fucking sucks.
I'm sorry, that might be the worst mistake.
Oh really, Blake? Was it? Yeah, really. Was it a bad mistake? No shit. Thank you.
Big Fins?
No, fuck the Finns. I hate the NFL. Fuck this shit. God, stupid. The Giants won. Yeah.
Hey, we called that.
We did call
Me and
that.
the kid.
First playoff win in 11 years, 31-24. Where do you rank Saquon among running backs? Now I'm all mad.
Top 5.
Where though? What 5? Where in 5? Because I think he's.
Derrick
Number
Henry,
2.
Chubb. What?
Derrick Henry, Saquon, Chubb.
Over Chubb?
Chubb is better.
Dude, if you put Chubb on a team that didn't suck balls,
Derrick
he would be
Henry,
insane.
Chubb,
The Browns are the.
Josh Jacobs, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon.
Yeah, I
Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb,
Christian McCaffrey,
Christian McCaffrey,
Josh Jacobs.
Saquon, then Josh Jacobs. I think
If we're
Saquon.
going off this year,
If we're going off this year, then you could flip it. But I'm saying just in general.
it's interchangeable.
Yeah, that's why 4 and 5 are interchangeable. I think the top 3 are.
yeah, I would agree.
You're Saquon over Chubb.
Yep.
You believe that?
That's crazy.
He's trying to be different.
Why?
Because I'm trying to be different.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Are the Giants back? Like, do you think this is gonna last? Like, them making the
What is
playoffs?
back?
Back is in the sense of like, obviously not.
They're
The,
competing every year?
yeah. You think they're gonna be? You think they're building themselves to be a team that's gonna compete for the NFC East?
They need wide receivers, period.
Well, I agree.
You can't have Rashad Higgins be your leading receiver.
I think they're going to be a threat.
They need to pay the
NFC
receivers
for
that
a
are
while.
actually going to play.
Their defense is really good.
Their coach is amazing.
Danny Dimes is good.
He is good.
Been saying that all year.
Future Commanders quarterback. They're going to overpay him.
He's been good though. He's been
I
good
don't-
all year.
Great.
Was that the last 8 times the Giants have been in the playoffs? If they win their first
Their
game,
Super
they win
Bowl.
the Super Bowl.
Yep. Wait,
And
what? The last 8 times?
Yeah.
They're not 8
Well,
times
no,
Super
I'm saying
Bowl
the last 8 times they've been in the playoff, they've won the wild card game twice, and both times they won the Super Bowl. Every other time they've lost the wild card game.
All right.
Fun
So
fact.
if
So
they win, if they win,
they've only been in the playoffs with a wild card? Or they've been in the wild card 8 times?
yes, the last 8
That's
times,
how you say
or
it.
yeah.
All right. So there you go. Giants.
Yeah.
Giants are winning the Super Bowl.
Hammer it.
Oh, now to the
Hey.
Vikings.
What's
Is it
the-
time to move on from Kirk Cousins? Is it time to get a new quarterback?
You can't.
I think 1 or 2 more years he'll be fine.
You can't. His.
My only problem with Kirk.
I don't think it's chemistry. I think it's his contract.
He played. He didn't. It's not that he played bad in the game. He didn't play bad at all. They just. I mean, the last play he threw it 3 yards on 4th and 8 or whatever. But
Giants are plus 3,000.
if you statistically look at this game, Kirk Cousins was 31 of 39, 273 and 2 touchdowns.
Their defense is just awful.
Their defense is awful. I mean, I think we've been saying it all year. All of us have. They are frauds. I mean, everyone knew it, and this just.
They're like the Ravens when Lamar was MVP. They led I think they had the best record or whatever, and everybody knew like they wouldn't
Yeah.
show up in the playoffs.
Yeah. That was like the Chiefs in like 2014 when they had like 15 wins. You remember that? And everyone was like, "Whoa!" and they sucked.
Was that the year they didn't?
That was with
complete a
Jamal
single pass or
Charles.
something?
Yeah,
Complete a single pass to receiver for a touchdown.
Yeah, something like that.
they had Dwayne Bowe as their number 1.
Yeah.
Smith.
Another game. Bengals survived the Rams 24-17. There were some great wild card games. Is Lamar gonna stay with?
Rams?
Yeah. What?
I think he
Rams.
just said Ravens fast.
Yeah.
So, like Rams.
Okay, Ravens. The Bengals beat the Ravens, guys.
Not surprising.
Do you think Lamar's gonna
Scored more than we
stay?
thought.
Do you think Lamar's gonna stay with the Ravens? I don't think he can if he
Yeah.
wants money.
They paid
No,
Roquan.
he can't.
Because they paid
If he-
Roquan.
And they
No
fired the
shot.
OC.
That is good. They did fire Greg Roman. Baltimore fans rejoice. Shout out Z.
They can franchise tag him, but he won't. There no way in hell after this knee injury that already could probably like make his stock of his contract go down. He will not play under a franchise tag.
No. I think he needs to go to the Jets. He'd be insane there.
So they're gonna ride with Tyler Huntley or look
They
elsewhere.
have to go to the draft.
Yeah,
or
they have to go to the draft.
Ooh, Trey Lance.
I like that.
That's a good offense.
Yeah.
Could get Trey Lance. You never know. They do need a new.
That's a very Jim Harbaugh quarterback.
Yeah. Now it's the Bengals. They looked a little rocky this game.
Yeah.
Are you worried? Like
Ravens are in the playoffs for a reason.
Ravens
Obviously.
defense is
Their
always been
defense
good too.
is-
Yeah. They actually, technically, or not even technically, in my opinion too, like the Bengals should have lost this game.
Think so?
They scored their game-leading touchdown was a 98-yard fumble recovery
That is true.
Yeah.
with like 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
I mean, if Huntley doesn't fumble, Ravens arguably score, and then Joe Burrow's got to go get a touchdown in 2 minutes, which he could easily do. Don't get me wrong, but like still, that
The odds
I don't
wouldn't be
know.
in his favor.
Yeah, the odds. I mean, so the Bengals should have lost this game. I think that'll actually.
I think
this game
I
being.
think they'll be okay.
That's what I'm saying. I was
I
just about to
think
say.
you want this in the wild card other than your divisional
Plus,
or
it's
conference.
Divisional opponent. This is the third time playing. They also played them a week before.
How'd they play in the wild card last year?
They beat the Titans.
Yeah.
No, Titans were the 1 seed last year. Who'd they beat? Was it the Titans? No, the Raiders. Yeah, they barely beat the Raiders because remember Carr threw a pick at the end on the goal line. Then they beat the Titans. Then they beat
the Chargers.
Should have been the Chargers. Final game. No one really cared about this game. This game was boring. The Cowgirls
I
beat
thought
the
this was
Bucks.
going to be the best game.
I did too. The Cowgirls beat the Bucks 31-14. Is it time to hang it up for Brady?
No. He
say
can
this
still
every year.
he can still play. It's just that offensive line is so bad.
Yeah, but dude, he was not making throws you think he would make.
Well, he looked like a 45-year-old guy.
Yeah, he
But
did
he
look-
can obviously still play.
He's still Tom Brady.
He has nothing left to prove, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's just a weird scenario.
I feel like he has something to prove to like his ex-wife now. Like I came back, you divorced me.
That's about
F
it.
you.
That's the only motivation
I mean,
left.
to be fair, it is kind of hard to just sit at home with nothing to do, nobody to talk to or anything like
I
that.
mean, he's a millionaire. I'm sure he could find billionaire. I'm sure he could find something to do.
I don't know, man.
Or someone to get over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good-looking guy too. Pause.
yeah.
But
For the Cowboys though, is this a fluke game? Because they looked pretty damn good.
I don't know.
As bad as I hate to say it, I don't think so.
Okay, well, I mean, you could say this is one of my questions for the divisional preview. Can they repeat that performance that they had? Because that was like that was
play 49ers.
49ers.
No,
on the
shot.
road.
No shot.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Nope. Next question.
Well, that's a wild card. So now let's talk into the divisional. A little preview. What's your guys' game of the weekend? We got
49ers Cowboys.
49ers, Cowboys. We got Jags, Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, Giants, Eagles. I'm gonna
Actually,
say
Bengals, Bills.
Bengals, Bills because, and the reason I say this is because we haven't seen that matchup yet. And I mean, Joe, what do you think? Bengals,
Yeah,
Bills.
I put Bills, Bengals.
Bengals, Bills.
I like the Giants Eagles matchup.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Actually.
There's a lot of good games.
I just the only game that I'm.
I wish
The,
Chargers.
the
won.
one that I'm not worried about is the Chiefs Jags.
So
I think that's.
we'll
one
start.
you need to be worried about.
We'll just go in the order I have it. So we'll start with the Jags Chiefs. Can the Jags miracle run continue? I mean, like, is there any chance that they could win this game?
Slightly.
Yeah, if Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Jerick McKinnon, and the rest of the Kansas City Chiefs die in a plane crash, yeah. But other than that, no. It ends here. Kansas City is going to win by a landslide. It was a good season, great season. Doug Peterson, Coach of the Year, maybe.
Trevor Lawrence is finally has a loss.
Yeah.
on Saturday.
Hey, you have something to look forward to next year. You're going to be in London in a couple years.
Oh my God.
Sorry, Jacksonville, Duval. Yeah, into
They do play on Saturday though. Trevor Lawrence never lost on
37-0.
Saturday.
Mahomes hasn't lost on Saturday since he became the Chiefs starter.
The Giants last won in Philadelphia on October
no, that's not
27th.
right. I'm stupid.
2013. It's been 10 years.
Mahomes. Okay, let me go back. Mahomes, since he became the starter for the Chiefs, has played in the conference championship every year.
God, you said that so wrong the first time
I
you
know.
tried that. God, kid, come on now. Okay. So
Everyone
yeah,
agree? It ends here for the Jets.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah.
Chiefs.
Unless they can get a
Chiefs
bunch of
can-
turnovers, that's the only way.
Or the whole team does. Yes.
I mean, when they played in the regular season, Chiefs only won by 10.
If T-Law throws 4 picks, it's
Well, yeah, you can't have 4 picks in a playoff game. and
especially
win.
against the Chiefs
Well,
defense.
yeah.
never mind.
I don't even know.
But all right, yeah.
Felt that.
Like Joe said, it's been since 2013 since the Giants won in Philadelphia. So the Giants, they get blown out in the last matchup of the year. Hey yo, the last matchup of the year doesn't count. None of the stars were playing. But the first matchup between these teams, the Eagles waxed the Giants. It was like 48-22 or something like that. Do you guys think that's gonna happen again? I say no.
I think they're going to keep it close, but
I-
they're not winning.
I think
28-21 Philly.
That's
I
how
think
I'm in
of
that
all
range
the
as well.
games, this has the best potential for an upset.
The only thing that's holding the Giants back,
I wouldn't even call the Bengals Bills
the
game an upset
quarterback.
if the Bengals win.
if Danny Dimes could throw like to a good receiver, like if Daniel Jones was on the Eagles and Jalen Hurts was on the Giants, Daniel Jones might be an MVP
I
conversation.
was gonna say the Eagles would be the best team in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, if the Giants still had Wan'Dale Robinson, it wouldn't be much of a
Yeah,
problem.
Wan'Dale was a
He was
beast.
so good.
My thing is too is like the Giants' offense against the Vikings, dude. They looked so like efficient.
Yeah.
Plus Daniel Jones,
They were.
he's averaging like 50 yards of rushing yards a game.
I think they were 8 for 10 on third down.
Yeah, I mean 24 for 35, 301 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's the first quarterback in postseason history to have 300-plus passing, 2+ TDs, and 70+ rushing yards.
I mean Daniel Jones is good. I've been saying it all year. And
Shout
his
out to Dennis, #1 Giants fan.
shout out Daniel Jones, Duke legend.
Vanilla Bit.
Yeah, so I think this game's going to be close. Plus, like, a team that blows out someone in the regular season, when they play again, it never ends up like that in the playoffs. Plus, playoffs are different, too. Everyone tweaks. Plus,
Atmosphere.
yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to win in Philly.
I think the biggest advantage is Philly's home field advantage. Like that matters a lot. Philly fans are ridiculously crazy.
Absolutely. The real fans. Love them. Okay, that is going to be a good game, though. I think all these games have the potential to be good.
Yeah.
Then we have the Bengals-Bills, my matchup of the weekend. We never got the full Bengals-Bills matchup, obviously, with the DeMar Hamlin stuff. And that game was in Cincy. So do you think the home field for the Bills is going to give them the, like, do they have the edge?
Is it not neutral?
Uh-uh.
I thought it was a neutral site.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's in,
Home
was it
field
the
for the
Chiefs and
Bills?
Bills?
it's neutral if the Chiefs and Bills play.
That's what. Okay.
It'll be in Atlanta.
So.
So do you,
Bills
like, so-
home field.
So
Correct.
Bill, yeah, it's in Orchard Park. Are the Bills? Do they have the edge?
Yes.
They're the favorite for this game.
Yeah. Obviously.
Okay, well, let's say, like, are you giving it to the whoever's at home? Is that how you would do it? Like, if the Bengals were at home, would you say the Bengals are the favorite?
No, I'd still give it to the Bills because of
You would?
what happened.
Okay, well, let me just say.
Even the Bengals fans would be cheering for the Bills if it was there.
Okay, well then, the Bills had a lot of stupid mistakes against the Dolphins. They can't, like. Do you think those are going to continue? Because those can't continue. They won't beat the Bills.
Both of these teams last week had stupid mistakes.
Yeah.
So it
But
really,
I feel like all
I
the
think
all
it
the
comes-
Bills' losses this year have been because of stupid mistakes that their
Yeah.
offense makes.
Yeah.
If they do, I don't think the Bengals are a team. If you have one mistake, they will pay. They'll make you pay.
Yeah.
So I think that is the biggest thing with this game.
I think you have to limit mistakes for either team, obviously. But like, I think it's. I mean, we did our bracket. I really do think it's Bills because of what happened. I mean, it's like set up perfectly for them. But
We'll get into that in our weekly picks later. We'll give you our actual rundown of who we think is going to win.
Daddy.
Who needs to have the bigger game, Joe Burrow or Josh Allen?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
I think it's Josh Allen too, because he is their entire team. Like, he is the whole team.
Since he got injured, since he messed up his elbow, he hasn't been
I disagree.
100%.
I definitely disagree. Did you not see him in the last week?
It's just how the Dolphins knew how to play him. I mean, he's played like that against
Yeah,
three
against
teams
the
this year.
Jets, yeah.
Jets, where he originally hurt his elbow.
the Dolphins.
Lions and Dolphins.
Twice. He did it twice against the Dolphins.
Yeah. Which he's a young quarterback. He'll be okay.
Pain.
He obviously
Depression.
wants this. This is where he lost last. Or was it this or divisional? Was it conference or divisional where it was they were going back and forth, Chiefs and Bills?
Last year was the AFC Championship.
It was championship.
No,
okay.
it wasn't.
it
No,
was
because the
divisional.
Bengals played the Chiefs. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that's
felt
right.
like no, because everyone was like,
Yeah.
that was the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Then last question about this game. We all agree it's Josh Allen, right?
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah,
Allen?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Which defense are you more confident to stop the opponent's offense? Because we know both teams are so good on offense. Both teams actually are good on defense too. But which defense do you think could stop the other's offense? The
Bengals.
Bengals or the Bills?
Bengals.
I like the Bengals.
I think the Bengals defense.
Bengals, they might not do everything like as good as the Bills, but the way they limit the mistakes on defense, because Bills I think are like top 10 on flags against their defense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's whoever like limits the mistakes and takes advantage of the other team's
See,
mistakes. So if Josh Allen throws, I think even like one interception, I think
That's what I was saying. Yeah, like one mistake will kill you in this game.
Yeah.
If it's either team, either quarterback, either defense, like you give up one big play, bam, you're done.
I'm gonna lean the other way simply because of
you're different.
well, no, some of the guys that the Bills last week, like Shakir and then Cole Beasley. It wasn't just Diggs and Gabe Davis last week for the Bills. They had multiple weapons put to use, and yeah, it was a close game.
Diggs still had 100 yards in the first half, so
Exactly. So I think
which I think that kind of goes against your point.
it just shows that they have multiple guys that can do it, and yeah, the Bengals do too. But
So you're saying
There was
I'm gonna-
13.
I'm gonna
okay,
say-
so it's 13 catches
I'm gonna
between
I say it's more likely that the
Diggs
Bills-
and Davis had 13 catches. The rest of their team had
I understand what you're saying, but
Had
it goes
9.
against your argument what he's saying. So when you agree,
Diggs and Davis both had 100 yards each. And they had 13 catches. The rest of their team had 9.
he's saying it's because they scored.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I just
He's just saying you were saying
Well, okay.
Bengals have
Yes,
more to
Diggs,
worry about.
Diggs and Gabe Davis are still the guys, but the Bills proved that they have more weapons around those two that they could go.
I don't consider them
I would argue the Bengals have more weapons than the Bills.
yeah, they do.
On offense.
They easily do. Are you kidding me?
Jamar, Tyler Boyd.
Do not sit here and tell me you
What's his name?
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins.
Do not sit here and tell me that you think the Bengals don't have more weapons than the Bills.
No, I agree with you.
Then what are you arguing?
I'm saying that it's more likely that the Bills will be able to stop the Bengals
How?
because of what I just explained.
Because they have.
The Bengals have a better chance of stopping the Bills? Or the Bills, like, what are you saying? Who has a better, which defense is better?
Bills.
And you said that the Bengals or the Bills will be better because they have more weapons.
You
Because of
counter-argued
how
yourself
easily
twice.
It's all right. All right. Next.
Moving on.
I'm just saying, Cole Beasley dropped a pass, turned into a Dolphins turnover. Shakir dropped a third down. Like, that was like a 50-yard gain. I wouldn't consider him a weapon. No one even knows who the fuck that is. So, Cole Beasley's old, too. He sucks.
He's unvaccinated.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you counter-argued yourself like 3 times there. But enough about that game. We already asked that. Can the Cowgirls repeat? I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? We already answered that. Do you think Brock Purdy can step up against the high-powered defense and the high-powered pass rush, which dominated their game?
What is
against
step
Brady?
up? Like 300 plus yards, or just get a win?
He's gonna struggle, I think,
That's.
a lot.
It's more like, is he gonna struggle? Are we gonna see some
Vintage
mistakes?
Purdy?
Yeah, basically.
We ain't gonna be seeing the same Purdy we've been seeing. But
That's. Are
It's
you
gonna
gonna?
be Purdy ugly? Is that what we're
it
saying?
ain't gonna be too Purdy. No, I think he's gonna do well, but he's just gonna, you're gonna like obviously see him struggling way more.
I
than,
think
like,
this
what
game
he
might be a
has been.
shootout. Like they just go back to back to back.
Really?
It could be.
I have the under for this game.
I also have the under. But if it gets to the point where, I mean, all Purdy really has to do is throw to Kittle and Debo and CMC, and it'll be okay. It's just the pass rush. But we'll see.
Purdy is averaging about, where is it? Never mind, it didn't show it. I thought it would. I don't know. When you play such a good defense, because, I mean, as much as I hate to admit, the Cowboys' defense is so good.
Yeah, they are.
Like, their pass rush is the reason.
They're
But, like,
disruptive.
it's just, especially in a young guy, no matter how good he's been playing, that can always rattle
Can we
him.
talk about how annoying Michael Parsons is? Jeez.
Yeah.
Shut up.
So, I don't know. I think I think Purdy is we're gonna see a different Purdy, but he's gonna have to step up and make the play, which like he has done. So I still think they're gonna win, but I think that honestly, I'll get into this in my later, but it's gonna be a Robbie Gould field goal win. I can see it.
This is the
I can
welcome
see
to the
it.
league game.
I can
It's
see
gonna
it
be
right
Brett
now.
Maher missing 5 this time instead of 5.
I can see it right now. It's the gold rush.
Hey, Price, if you're watching.
Yep. But yeah, those are our divisional round.
Not too.
That's the divisional round preview.
49ers, by the way, open up a can.
Let's go sideline 7.
All right.
Sideline 7.
Still the best better.
I know there was only 4 games, but I just double bet like half
I
of
did,
them.
Players.
I didn't, so I'll just do mine. First one I have Jaguars Chiefs. I have the Chiefs minus 8.5. I think they win by like 10, 14 points, because they're gonna just like kind of pull back on the second half. Jags Chiefs. I also have the under 52.5. I think it actually might be like kind of low scoring ish.
Yeah.
It'll be under 52 points. Bengals Bills. I have the Bengals plus 5.5. I think they're gonna win the game. I think the Bengals are gonna win because Josh Allen's gonna make that one mistake, and their defense is gonna win them the game.
Yeah.
Still, I think it's gonna be an insane game though. Then I also have the under in that game. I just feel like it's gonna be that first quarter is gonna be like,
Bengals, Bills.
yeah, I think it's gonna be like 3-0, and you're gonna be like, damn, I wish it was higher scoring. This is the game I have the most high scoring. Giants Eagles. I have it over 48, and then I have the Giants plus 7.5. Like you said, Q. I think the Giants keep it within like a touchdown. Great game, and then they just end up losing. Maybe even a field goal. You never know. Then I also have the Cowboys plus 4, like I just said. Robbie Gould field goal for the win. Niners win by 3. Those are my picks.
Sweet.
Like it.
Oh, you Joe.
Yeah, I'll hit it next. All right, my first one, I got the Giants plus 7.5. Like you just said, I think they're going to keep it close. Cincy plus 5.5. I also got the over 58.5 for Cincy and Buffalo. Under 46, Dallas and San Fran, 46.5. And Jags plus 8.5. I just wanted to be a little bit different there.
Hell yeah.
Under 52.5, Jags and Chiefs, just like Jag. Or did you have the over?
For
Yeah,
what?
under.
You had the under.
The
Okay.
under, yeah.
And
I
then
think everyone went under in that game.
I'm going to do the Cincy money line, too.
Hey.
Yeah. Best better's gonna go last. I see it.
I just think that
All right.
mistake's gonna cost the Bills a game.
I like Q did some player props. Devontae Smith over 64.5 receiving yards. Darius Slayton also
I
over.
love that bet.
Darius Slayton over 46.5
That's a-
receiving
that's
yards.
a
He's gotten
really
over
good
50 in like his last 4 games.
I love that
Who?
bet. That is
Darius
such
Slayton.
a good bet. Darius Slayton over 46.5 is such a good bet.
So is the Smitty one. Smitty's a
Ezekiel
dog.
Elliott an anytime TD that's plus 140.
I don't like that one.
Patrick
That's
Mahomes
ridiculous.
over 2.5 passing
for the
touchdowns.
odds.
And then game-wise, taking the 49ers money line, Chiefs Jags under 52.5, and then Bengals plus 4.5 at Bills. Please stay away from the over-under line on the Cowboys-Niners game. That's either going to be a high-scoring, like 65 points total or 20 points total. So
He's
they're
not
not
Shut your
gonna do
mouth. First thing I got on my slate, Dallas Cowboys versus San Francisco 49ers. Under 46.5.
Under.
Come on. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me, boy. Ding. Cincinnati Bengals plus 5 versus Buffalo Bills. Chiefs minus 9 and under 53 versus the Jaguars. Giants plus 7.5
Vaginas?
versus.
The what?
What?
You just said that.
No, I didn't.
That's exactly
I
what
said
you just
Jaguars. I said Giants.
said. You said Jaguars, you said Giants. You just messed up twice.
Oh, Jaguars.
No, you heard it too.
Oh, yeah, I heard it.
You said Giants, then you said, I said Jaguars. I said Giants. You messed up twice.
Giants plus 7.5 versus Eagles. And then I have Travis Kelce anytime touchdown and Trevor Lawrence under 15.5 rushing.
I like that one.
That's funny.
Music to my ears, Q.
Music to the ears. All right, last thing. We'll just pick these games real quick. Chiefs, Jags. Chiefs beat the Jags.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Eagles, Giants. Give me the Eagles.
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 Bengals, Bills. Give me the Bengals.
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 Bills.
3-1. Wow. Niners, Cowboys. Give me the Niners. On a Robbie Gould rush field goal. He's never missed in the postseason. That is it. You know what that means? Time to get out of here.
First episode in the crib.
First episode
In the crib out.
First,
How about it?
first of many. Hope you like the new setup. As always, check out our website, www.sidelinemediaprod.com for everything. Socials, everything. Just everything. Everything. Okay, yeah. It's that simple. We'll be
Big
back next week.
Big announcement soon. Our OnlyFans.
Spring drop soon.
It's not ours. It's just Q's. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's Joe. That's Q. That's Blake. I'm him. See ya.
Deuces.